and running. Peace, 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 peace. Bo, 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 bo. Anyway, happy fiscal new year. You know it ain't the new year. The new year ain't until March. And we're gonna be doing the treaty injunction in March. But we already had did the IRS injunction, y'all. And it's off the chain. You know, I always do my paperwork before I do yours. So I did mine's and my wife's paperwork. You know what I mean? And in case y'all can see what's going on, this is the green card back. On the green card, it says received by Executive Secretariat Correspondence Office. Received by Executive Secretariat Correspondence Office. Now, I never heard of that office before. I never heard of the term secretariat, right? So I'm like, damn. So the IRS commissioner, the person who received the form was the Executive Secretariat Correspondence Office. So y'all know I had to look that up, right? I had to look that up and see what was going on. So let me look that up right now for y'all. So y'all can understand what's going on. Because I want them to tell you instead of me. What is the job of this? Now, this office is inside the U.S. Department of Interior. Now, if y'all don't know something about the Interior handles things for the Indian nations, right? I didn't tell them I was an Indian. You know what I am. I'm a Moor, right? Now, I had also did my treaty injunction. I did my treaty injunction first, and then I came back and did the IRS injunction. And I did all of this before the end of the year last year, the end of the fiscal year. It's not the new year. Anyway, so it says the job of this Office of Executive Secretary and Regulatory Affairs. The Office of the Executive Secretariat and Regulatory Affairs is the department principal policy office in the areas of executive correspondence, regulatory affairs, committee management, document production management, Freedom of Information Act request for the Office of the Secretary of State, departmental and departmental directives. The OES is headed by the director who oversees the functions and responsibilities of the office and is supported by the Deputy Director, Policy and Regulatory Affairs, right? So that was interesting. But you know me, man, I couldn't stop there. I needed more info. So I started Googling more. So I wanted to see what is a secretariat. So I looked up in the dictionary. It said a permanent administrative office or department, especially a governmental one. Then it goes on to say the office of the secretary, a secretarial corps, the clerical staff of an organization, the administrative department of the governmental organization. So I'm talking to the actual administrative department of the Secretary of State, right? But that still wasn't enough. So I was doing all this research and talking to Shaka. So I looked up a lot of stuff and I sent it to Shaka. So let's see, what did I send to Shaka? So we went into Wikipedia Executive Secretariat. The United States Department of Executive Secretariat is composed of the Executive Secretary of the State Department and 5 Deputy Executive Secretaries. It is responsible for coordinating of the work of the Department of State internally, serving as the liaison between the Departments of Bureau of Office and the Secretary Department of Secretaries and under secretaries. It also handles the department relations with the White House, National Security Council, and other executive departments. The Secretariat staff works with the various offices of the department in drafting and clearing written materials for the Secretary. Deputy Secretaries under the Secretary of Political Affairs. This staff also is responsible for taking care of advanced preparations for the Secretary's office trips, domestic and international, and staffing the mobile office and keeping the Secretary schedule on track during a trip. The State Department Operations Center is the Secretary's and the Department's Communication and Crisis Management Center. My tax injunction was considered a crisis that had to be managed. So they sent it to there. They sent it to there, y'all. They had all these meetings on when I sent this tax injunction and the treaty injunction, right? So let me look up the next thing I sent Shaka, right? So in Cornell law, I looked up the actual law. And the actual law is 49 CFR 1.39, Executive Secretariat. Executive Secretariat, the Executive Secretary provides organized staff services for the Secretary and the Deputy Secretary to assist them in carrying out their management functions and their responsibilities for formulating, coordinating, communicating major policy decisions. The office controls and coordinates internal and external material directed to the Secretary and the Deputy Secretary to ensure that the decisions and instructions are implemented. They sent it to these people because I proved in my tax injunction that all taxes was illegal because it's slavery. And I used the Articles of Association, I used the Articles of Confederation, and I used the US Constitution, and I used Georgia State Constitution to prove that taxing was always unconstitutional because it was slavery. And there's not supposed to be any slavery in the United States ever. They was like, oh shit, the jig is up. So when I was on the tax injunction webinar, I told them, I said, yo, we may need to CC the person, homie, when we do it. You don't need to CC the nigga. You already sending it to the commissioner of the IRS. It's already in the template. But anyway, anyone who does it now, it's all going to go where mines went, right? I was the first, but they're going to put it all together. But hold on, let me finish. They was like, oh shit, the jig is up. But I told y'all inside the webinar that when y'all do this tax injunction, it's going to force America to get rid of the taxing in America. It's going to force them, right? Why would it force them? Number one, everyone who does the tax injunction is demanding that they give them back every dime they ever took from them from the beginning. of them paying taxes, plus interest and fees. Now, the only people using this tax injunction is you niggas, aka Moors, black people. Dum dum dum. They have to get ahead of all of y'all getting y'all's money from them and making them go broke. So they will make it where no one gets taxed, make it seem like y'all shit didn't work. And people aren't going to be interested in doing the tax injunction if they make it where they got rid of the IRS. But y'all tripping. Whether you do it before they get rid of the IRS or not is immaterial. Because before I did the IRS webinar, I showed you how to do a 241, 242, 1983 suit against the government for not following the Constitution. So you can do a 241, 242 suit even after they get rid of the IRS to sue them for the money that they've taken from you your whole life and enslaved you. Inside that tax webinar, I showed you the proof of Congress and the legislative of Georgia that told you that they were taking 96 cents on every dollar that you made in taxes. But y'all didn't know about it because it's all broken up. But they knew. That's slavery, y'all. 100% slavery. I sit here before y'all today and tell you, if you want child support, that's slavery. They're taking your money, which means your labor, and giving it to your baby mama and your kid. Slavery is illegal in the Americas. Hold on. Let me bring up the Articles of Association. Right? Now, I've been saying this shit for years. This is why y'all motherfuckers was supposed to be inside my archives to hear these shows. But I'm going to briefly go over it today. It says Article 2 of the Articles of Association, October 20th, 1774. This is the document that paved the way for them to do the Articles of Confederation. The Articles of Confederation was the beginning of what y'all call United States of America. But hold on, what does it say? It says, we will never import nor purchase any slave imported after the first day of December next. That would mean December 1774. After which time, we will wholly discontinue the slave trade and neither be concerned in it ourselves, nor will we hire vessels, nor sell any commodities or manufactures to those who are concerned in it. Okay, so they broke this. They broke this by even creating the IRS, 241, 242 suit. They broke it. They had no choice. So yesterday, these motherfuckers did an emergency bill. Y'all probably don't know about it, but I'm going to tell you. Fox News, House Republicans, and hold on, let me put it in the chat so y'all can see it yourselves. Make sure Jonah ain't making shit up, tooting his own horn. Now, Solar Child said, I bet he ends up stepping down. Funny enough as it is, the dude I wrote to, Charles P. Rettig, stepped down and got a new IRS commissioner. A new one. As soon as I sent my injunction in. Now, they never get rid of IRS commissioners until there's a new president and the new president picks his cabinet. But no, Jonah, that Jonah-based shit don't work. You got to be talking shit. I'm watching what's happening, y'all. I caught them with their hands in the cookie jar. And they got rid of that dude. They making sure that dude ain't around. So if I do sue, I can summon him, but I'm still going to summon him and the new tax commissioner and everyone who had anything to do with the IRS. Right? But let me go on. So, Fox News, House Republicans, hold on, let me put it in YouTube, the link. There goes the link for y'all in YouTube. Y'all can check it out. It says, House Republicans to vote on bill abolishing the IRS, eliminating income tax. It's more than just the income tax, y'all. There's a bunch, all taxes will be gone. And they call it the Fair Tax Act. Now, in my archives years ago, I told y'all about this act, and they did not implement it. And I told you they were supposed to implement it when they implemented NESARA and JSERA. And I told you they ain't never going to implement this shit unless we force them to implement it. The time is now. I told y'all it was almost over. I'm forcing them to implement it. It's the only way they can survive. Because by y'all doing the tax injunction, y'all are going to bankrupt them through the lawsuit of enslaving you. Y'all didn't know what slavery was. Y'all are watching TV. TV is show you slavery is a bunch of black people, white people with whips on horses, whipping your ass, making you work every day without pay. That's the same thing taxes do. Money is nothing but a tool for your labor. They store your labor into what they call money, right? So then, if they take a portion of my money, they just took a portion of my labor, which means I worked for free. That is slavery. 100%. See, the problem is you Moors and all the people of America has been miseducated, so y'all don't have the proper comprehension. So y'all never comprehended that it was slavery. Yo, so I put this article up on YouTube and I put it up on Instagram, and most of the people that didn't know what the fuck I was talking about at all was the Moors. Temple Moors. Oh, they never gonna get rid of the income tax. Oh, they need that money for us. One chick said, oh, well, what about my earned income credits at the end of the year? I said, this chick don't work. She getting the earned income check plus a check for being head of household. So she get about $5,000 a year. She don't care. She don't pay taxes. Probably a welfare girl. She don't care. They take all the money from me and you. Plus, they get money from everyone when y'all spending the money through sales tax, right? I could not believe how many people really don't comprehend what slavery is and recognize that they were in slavery. Today really opened my eyes. I was on Shaka Bill yesterday, and it opened my eyes to people didn't really know what the fuck slavery was, which I think is a damn travesty. I think it's a damn shame. But I'm going to do my job to open y'all's eyes to all of that and prove to y'all it is what it is and shut it down. Now, y'all think the tax injunction is off the hook. Y'all ain't seen nothing until y'all see the treaty injunction that's coming in March. Boy. We're getting everything we're gonna supposed to be getting, and they have to restore us because Google the word injunction. Google it. When you Google it, find out what injunction means. An authoritative warning or order. A judicial order that restrains a person from the beginning or continuing an action threatening or invading a legal right of another, or compels a person to carry out certain act to make restitution to an injured party. So they have the word restraint underlined. Click on that. Find out what restrain means. Restrain, prevent, stop, keep, hold back, hinder, impede, hamper, control, keep under control, check, curb, tie up, bind, strap, lash, teether. Restrain means to forcefully stop them from doing shit to you. That's what I did in the injunctions. I'm forcing them to stop doing things to us. I'm forcing them to stop treating us like we are artificial people. Then the word compels is underlined. So you click on compel. And it says compel means force or oblige someone to do something. Force, pressure, drive, press, forcefully. I'm not asking for shit. I'm forcing them to do it. And you will be too when you're doing these injunctions I put out for y'all. Okay. So let's look up this word. Restitution. Restitution. What do restitution mean? You click it, and it says restitution, restoration of something lost or stolen to its proper owner. So if I'm coming in as a Moor and they did the contract with the Moors and they said all this land belongs to the Moors, it means they have to restore, give it back to us Moors. I don't go by no other name. I don't go by me being an Israelite when I know, yes, we were called that. I don't go by Egyptians, even though, yes, we are the Egyptian, and Ta-Mary is the real name of Egypt, and the Ta-Mary in the Bible is right here, what y'all call the North American continent, or the American continent, which means South America, Mexico, North America, and Canada is all the land of the Bible, or ancient Egypt, which is misnomered because it's Ta-Mary. And we Tamarians, also known as Atlanteans. Yes. But I went to the actual document, the treaties that they signed, the Treaty of Marrakesh, which is the proof, and it's written in Arabic. Then I went from the Treaty of Marrakesh to the different treaties that the Treaty of Marrakesh named. And the first one they named was Tripoli and Tunis. So then I went into Tunis and Tripoli's treaties and said, yo, you had to do this, this, that, and the other. I only used 3 treaties. I could have used all the treaties that's known, misnomered, but known as the Peace and Friendship Treaties. But all them treaties is called the Treaty of Marrakesh. That's the proper name of that treaty. I caught them with their pants down. They ain't did shit they were supposed to do. I caught them. And you're gonna catch them too. But they have to give restitution to the proper owner. So restitution, what do you mean? Return, restoration, replacement, surrender, yielding, compensation, recompense, reparations. Y'all niggas want reparations. Y'all got to do it in your proper name as Moors and get restored, get reparations. And it says damages, indemnification. These are all the things I gave y'all. Y'all didn't know. The work of the Most High is being done. Noble Drew Ali said, this is direct quote from Noble Drew Ali. He said, new Moors would come with their eyes wide open and take it further than I did. And the old Moors would have to take a back seat. That's the full and proper statement Noble Drew Ali made. So what did he say? He meant that he would never finish the job. The new Moors would have to come and finish the job. But y'all out there being disobedient. Y'all out there disrespecting the new Moors that's doing the work. Y'all out there not even being obedient to what Noble Drew Ali said. So y'all should have been looking for new Moors, young Moors, to fix it. Most people, I fixed most of the problems already now, and they don't even know it. Everyone else will know. It was a white person lady. She was so-called white person. On Instagram, she was like, yes, Nasera and Jassera is almost here. She was the only one who knew what the fuck was going on was the white lady. None of the Moors did. That's a goddamn shame. These are the same Moors that be like, well, why you charging to teach? All this shit costs money. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm not gonna get compensated for the work that I'm doing. The hours I'm putting in to research this shit and make the paperwork that makes it happen according to laws and their rules, right? So the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be going through the rules, the federal rules of procedures, right? It's because it was something that I expected y'all to do, but y'all never did it. Y'all never did it. I told you about Rule 8, right? And then I always told y'all about Rule 17, Federal Rules of Procedures. Y'all have never looked up Rule 9 to 16. So now I'm going to have to teach y'all those rules, which y'all should have did on your own. Break it down so y'all know all the rules to court. So y'all can sue anybody any way you want, including counterclaims. And I probably will do a webinar or seminar on counterclaims. So you can initiate your 241, 242 suit or for their case. They got a case against you, you can just start it right there, according to the rules, right? But I don't really think y'all are comprehending the work that has been laid out and done for y'all. And I can tell y'all now, when they give me my money, my check, when I'm a multi-billionaire, I'm not doing this no more. Y'all gonna have to catch me on Patreon, where I'm gonna what? I'm gonna be teaching y'all how to do government again. I'm gonna be teaching y'all how to have a productive relationship with your baby mom, your wife, whatever. Yes, I know how to do that. I've been married for over 30 years, happily married. Who else gonna teach you but someone who's done it and doing it? Got mad kids. All of them are productive. Ain't none of them bums. All of them are making six-figure or close to it. So my kids is doing better than half of y'all. Because I lead by example. I do it. They see the example of their father doing it. I'm going to show you how to do all that because we need all that again. So I'm not going to be teaching law no more. Like that, I'm going to be teaching y'all law, but a different type of law. And that's what it's going to be. Why? Because everything you need to know is in the archives already. Then it's going to be a rush. They're going to rush to do it when I'm gone. That's a damn shame. It ain't supposed to be that way. But it is what it is. How long do you think I'm going to bust my ass working hard every day, doing consultations, fixing people's cases that this beast then got against them with their law system, right? Then teaching them how to be a Moor, how to be what their ancestors wanted them to be, right? And to live up to that and go by the proper names of that. That phase is over. I'm old now. I'm ready to fucking retire. Unfortunately, I do know I'm never gonna retire because there's always gonna be something I have to teach. Because if you see the problem, it's your job to teach it and fix it or help fix it. It is what it is. But I'm well past the point of caring if people like me. I don't give a fuck. I got a beautiful fucking life. I don't care if you like me. I got friends that like me already. I don't need no new friends like Drake. But I will teach your ass. And I'll cuss your ass out to do it too. Plain and simple. With that being said, it's Consultation Wednesday. Let me open up the call lines so I can see what y'all saying out there. 610-427. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God, Jonah. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. I feel awesome, man. Did you notice my eyes ain't puffy no more? Niggas starting to look younger and younger every day. I changed my whole motherfucking diet, yo. That's part of the reason why I think so clearly now. I had to change my whole fucking diet. I had to give up smoking cigars. I had to give up drinking. So I'm on my old man shit for real.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I feel wonderful, magnificent, and great myself. And I'm on that path myself. I'm slightly behind you, but I'm listening to you best I can. And I'm learning the best I can. So striving.
Bro, you can only move as fast as you can move. Those archives is gonna get you straight, though. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, I thank you for that. Thank you for that. Every time, every day, man.
And I want to keep in mind that, y'all, I show y'all proof, man. This is the green card. You see where it said it went to. Y'all have never wrote anything and it went to this office. You know what I mean?
That's the first I'm hearing of that office.
I ain't never heard of it.
That's the first I'm hearing.
Do you know I got in an argument? Well, they were arguing with me. I wasn't arguing with them. Believe it or not, old Moors from the temple. They got mad. I was trying to show them the treaty injunction that this is what we need to do. The idea came from the Moors back in the day called the Sun-Dry Moor Act. We researched everything they did, who they wrote it to, and all that. In that act, we recognized that they wrote it to the legislator and the Secretary of State. And those were the same Delaware Moors that had their own schools, their own license, their own everything. But the crazy shit was, it was only two families. One husband and a wife and another husband and a wife. That's it. And no one else in America had the protections that they had. Right? And they voted on it. This big council voted on it. Everything that they was going to give them. That's the same shit that's going on now with where they sent it, the executive secretariat. You know what I mean? Going on now. So the old Moors was like, no, we got to form our government and we got to take it internationally. I said, but yo, history shows this works. What you're talking about, we ain't seen no one do that in history. And how the fuck are you going to get us Moors to come together? We won't even agree on who we are, where we are, right? You're going to have to show people how to. You're going to have to do it first and show them it worked. And then they'll do it, right? The dude got livid with me because I was showing him proof like the document, which is a congressional record called Citizens and Expat of Morocco, right? Which came out of the Book of Citizenship, right? And I also showed them Pitchfork Bill Tillman to prove that we were enslaved as melanated Moors as soon as they created the 14th Amendment. He got furious. I had to end the conversation. I never got to tell him what the plan was. And I said, I don't know why I'm trying with these old Moors, because I'm disobedient. That's why I'm trying. Noble Drew Ali said it would be young Moors, and the old Moors would have to take a backseat. I said, I ain't fucking with no old Moors no more. I'm gonna just fucking do it myself. I keep on kind of making the mistake that Jonah in the Bible was making, trying to put off teaching it myself. You know what I mean? I don't know how many. This year was the first year I spent with my family for the new fiscal year. For 9 years, I was doing the money ritual with y'all. It's so many things I miss out with my family because I'm working, helping y'all. I ain't gonna be doing that. My wife keep on reminding me, yo, your daughter growing up every day. You can never get this time back. I agree. I agree. You know, the boys, I worked and worked and worked, took good care of them, right? But I didn't get to spend that much time. I'm not gonna do this with my girl. Feel me? But the work has been done. All y'all have to do is follow suit. So the question is, are y'all gonna follow suit? In the archives, I told y'all a long time ago, I said, yo, all the Moorish documents and the truth of everything that happened is in the Library of Congress, but it's written in Arabic, it's written in Hebrew, it's written in Amharic. You have to be in Latin. You're gonna have to read those languages to get inside that part of the Library of Congress. Now, me being with Dr. York is where I started learning. First thing I learned was Arabic. This is how I got the Treaty of Marrakesh, the original treaty, which is in Arabic, because I spoke enough Arabic to do it. See, y'all don't understand the work I've been doing. But it's time for y'all to know. So if I wouldn't have studied under Dr. York, I couldn't have did that. If I wouldn't have studied under Dr. York, I wouldn't know the Bible and all the other religious books on the planet through and through. I'm not religious at all, because I know all them stories is about our ancestors that they deified, criminalized, and turned into devils. And I know our ancestors created religion to control the people that was unruly. And we got caught up in it ourselves. But with that being said, hey brother, what's going on? What you got to say?
Okay, I got two quick things. The first thing is, how are you on consultations, Golf?
I knocked out a bunch of them today. I knocked out 20. I think I got 3 tomorrow.
Okay.
So that ain't shit.
I think I'm gonna I think I'm ready to text you. I'm gonna text you tomorrow, let you know I'm ready, and you can get to me whenever you get there.
Okay.
All right. So the second thing is, I want to show you that because that first thing was on my process. I got some questions. The second thing is, I want to show you that I'm studying, because I'm looking at the Articles of Association, correct? Okay.
Right.
And there's an Article 9 in there. Okay. And I wanted to read that to you and ask you a question on that.
Okay, go ahead.
I think I'm interpreting that.
Hurry up. We only got
All
4
right.
minutes left. And you said the articles of what?
Association.
Okay. What I was just in.
Article 9 is about inflation, I believe.
Hold on.
And that's the question.
Let me get there. You in Avalon?
Yes.
Good, because that's the only one I go to out of Yale. So go ahead, read it from 9.
Okay, so it says, such as are vendors of goods or merchandise will not take advantage of the scarcity of goods.
Okay, you know how they
That may be
hike
occasioned
up?
by the-
They've been hiking up gas prices. That's a violation of 9.
Yes.
That's a violation of 9. But go on.
Okay, that may be occasioned by this association, but will sell the same at the rates we have been respectively accustomed to do.
They just
12
hiked up
months
all the
last
food. They just broke it. Go on.
There it is. And if any vendor of goods or merchandise shall sell such goods on higher terms, or shall in any manner or by any device whatsoever violate or depart from this agreement, no person ought, nor will any of us deal with any such person, or his or her factor or agent at any time thereafter for any commodity whatever.
See, now, the problem is we violate it every day. Let me tell you what I mean. When Timberland said, I don't want black people wearing our shit, and all them other motherfucking brands said the same shit, when did we stop dealing with them and buying their commodities? But is the Articles of Association, it was America, the United States government, that was supposed to never buy shit from them. So we can still hold them to the fire. They just broke Article 9.
Thank you, God. Thanks for that interpretation. That's what I was thinking, but I wanted to run that by you first.
Oh, it was a good observation from you, bro. All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna try to get one more call in. Pete.
90 seconds.
678-790. Just ask me whatever.
Peace to the God, peace to the God. I'm sorry that I'm going to just make it really quick. I appreciate the
You're
lesson
talking
that you
too
gave
much.
tonight.
Just
I
ask.
appreciate your sacrifice that you made for us and those that are to come. I had a quick question that I had been trying to get a consultation on. So I'm going to continue to try and get my consultation. 60 seconds. This is about a closing that I did on a loan with Navy several years back.
Okay, you're gonna have to get a consultation.
But the bar was right. So I just
Hello?
want to know which document online I could get, package that I can get.
I had to cut her off. She ain't listening. I told her to be quick. She wouldn't be quick. She wanted to say all her greetings. The show is over. She's gonna have to get a consultation. When I'm talking to her, she's not responding. That means she ain't listening whatsoever. But anyway, that's our show for today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I know I did. I'll be back Monday. We out of here. Peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
All right, YouTube. Don't be laughing. I mean, didn't I tell her that the show was almost up? Didn't I tell her she would have to go quick? Just say what you gotta say. Don't do greetings and all that. That just tells you how much people don't listen. They never hear the words that's coming out your mouth. So let me see what's going on here. They are talking about getting rid of the IRS. Voted on it this today, I believe. Yeah, they voted on it. Today. They won the bill yesterday and voted today. They had no choice. I didn't give them no wiggle room. This shit is unconstitutional. Don't you know we can kill them all for what they've done with the IRS? That was called treason, according to the Constitution. That was called treason. See, so if you really understand what I have blown out, you know they have no choice. But let me go on. It says we'll eliminate capital gains tax. Exactly. Eliminate capital gains tax. Eliminate mostly all the taxes y'all ever seen. Y'all, they only gonna have one tax that really most of y'all ain't even involved in. It's for corporations, right? You got to read. See, if you pick up the tax injunction, I read the bill to you because they made the bill in 2019. They never intended. Now, Bob, what was his name? Bob Dole was one of the original crafters of this bill and was trying to get it back when he was about 10, 15 years ago. He was trying to become president. Rand Paul, I'm sorry. And they wasn't letting it go through. We're forcing it. The shit has been illegal the whole time. Shaka don't have a link for his show. You have to become a member of his study group. You're going to have to reach out to him to make that happen. Right? What about recoupment via? Obviously, you didn't hear what I was talking about tonight. If it was illegal for them to do from the first place, they have to give you back every fucking dime you ever paid, plus interest and penalties. See, this is another case of y'all really don't listen. Y'all are terrible listeners. Y'all are illiterate, tell you the truth. Why am I calling y'all illiterate? I'm not saying y'all can't read words. Y'all have no comprehension of the words that y'all reading. And y'all don't even hear half the words. That's the issue. This nigga want the credit injunction. I said this before. I changed my mind. But I'm going to give you this credit injunction because y'all keep on asking for it. I don't know why you are at the end. If you're not paying no more taxes, and then they got to give you restitution as being a more, and it's forced them to do it, why the fuck are you worried about credit? This is what I mean by y'all's questions. I can clearly see y'all have no understanding of what I'm telling y'all. Do y'all even hear me? This is why I'm tired of teaching. Y'all can't even hear it when it's laid out in front of you. It's so easy, a caveman can do it. It's so easy, a child will understand, but y'all are grown folks and y'all don't understand. It is so frustrating for me. What's the call-in number? Bro, Google Jonah Bay Radio. It's going to take you to Blog Talk. You get the number and get on, raise your hand, and ask questions. Everything is called Jonah Bay. That tells me you have never Googled my name, Jonah Bay. What's the calling number? I guess you asked this all before I started answering questions on YouTube. I just answered it. She said, okay, thanks. I'm a sister. All right, sis. Oh, they messing up my sound? Yo, you know how it is. They got to mess up my sound. It's too important. What I'm teaching y'all is too important. They got to mess with everything, y'all. But with that being said, I'm going to end it right here. Peace to the gods. Tune into the next show. Go on my site, jonahbay.com, and start picking up those templates and those injunctions to do the things you're supposed to be doing as Moors, as Hebrew Israelites, as anything y'all want to call yourselves, as melanated people. Just know that you're home and you didn't come from nowhere, but here. You always been here in this land. called the Americas. We out. Peace.